Ever left the store with stuff you never planned to buy? That extra candy bar at the grocery checkout lane suddenly feels necessary. You tell yourself it's just a small thing, but those small things add up. Why do you grab things on impulse, and how can you stop it? It's not just weak willpower or bad habits. Your brain reacts to sudden urges like a reflex, wired to chase quick rewards. Think of it like an actor stepping into a role without a script. Like William Shatner in a thriller or Meg Tilly in a sci-fi film, reacting to sudden twists. After this, the next time you face that impulse snack or a last-minute add-on, you'll spot the triggers and take control before you reach for your wallet. Impulse is momentum, not just a quick grab. Have you ever noticed how impulse buying doesn't just happen in a blink? You're walking down the grocery aisle, and a flashy sign for a new snack catches your eye. That instant isn't just a sudden grab. It's your brain riding a wave of momentum, built over several seconds. Impulse, in physics, means a force acting over time to change momentum. Your urges work the same way. They don't explode out of nowhere. Instead, your brain nudges you toward the purchase bit by bit. Each flashy label, each quick thought piles up, driving you closer to that checkout lane impulse snack. Here's the catch. Because impulse builds over seconds, you have a window to step back. Say you spot that snack and pause for 2 seconds, letting your mind run through the real cost or if you're actually hungry. That pause cuts the momentum. It breaks the force pushing you to buy. The moment you think, you interrupt the buildup. So, next time you catch your eyes on that flashy sign, remember, it's not just a quick reaction. It's a push, gathering speed. Here's the thing. When you feel the pull, count to 5 before grabbing. That small delay can stop momentum dead. But what about those split-second urges? The ones that hit like lightning? They work differently. The brain's spike response. Quick hits that trigger buying. Impulse isn't just some vague feeling. It's like a spike, a sudden jolt that hits your brain fast and hard. Picture your phone lighting up with a notification. Flash sale, 50% off. That moment sends a sharp surge through your brain. It pushes you to act before the offer vanishes. Your mind isn't weighing pros and cons. It's reacting to the spike, racing to grab the deal or snack before it's gone. Think about the quick itch you get at the grocery checkout when a candy bar catches your eye. Same thing. Your brain spots that candy bar and blasts a spike of desire that's tough to ignore. These spikes don't creep up slowly. They hit like a quick shock. Mathematicians call this kind of instant jolt an impulse function, a concept made rigorous by Laurent Schwartz's theory of distributions. It's a way to describe something that hits all at once, like your brain's quick hit of desire. That's why it's easy to get swept up before you even notice. Here's the move. When you catch that spike, that sudden urge triggered by a message or sight, pull back before it pulls you. Start by spotting these triggers in real time. Next time your phone buzzes with a deal of the hour, pause. Ask yourself if you're chasing the spike or making a choice. That split second can stop the rush and give you control. But these spikes have more tricks. They don't just zap you once and disappear. Imagine standing in your kitchen late at night. You hear the soft hum of the fridge, smell the faint scent of leftover cookies. Suddenly, your mind flashes back to the candy bar from the store. That spike has clung to you, morphing into a quiet tug you can't shake. It's like a faint buzz under the surface, pulling you toward the snack drawer even when you thought the urge was gone. What if the brain's response isn't just a quick jolt, but part of a deeper tug you can't shake? That's when things get complicated. Why control feels out of reach. The irresistible impulse defense. You're standing in the checkout line, eyes locked on that candy bar on the conveyor belt. You know you shouldn't buy it. You've been watching your budget, trying to eat better. But suddenly that urge hits like a wave. It's not just a thought, it feels like a tug you can't pull away from. This isn't about weak willpower. Your brain is firing off signals that hijack your control, much like the irresistible impulse defense in court. Back in 1994, Lorena Bobbitt was found not guilty because her defense argued she acted on an irresistible impulse. The law recognized that sometimes people can't stop themselves, even if they know better. Imagine the policeman at the elbow test, used in court. It asks if you'd still do something wrong if a cop stood right there. Sometimes your mind feels that powerless when the impulse takes over. But laws change too. California abolished the irresistible impulse defense in 2002, showing how tricky it is to pin down control in the brain. Here's what's key. That overpowering feeling isn't a flaw in you. It's a real brain response, wired to react fast, before reason kicks in. Next time, try this. When the urge hits, pause and name it out loud. Say, "That's an impulse." Putting words to it slows down the rush and gives you a moment back. You're not weak. You're learning how your mind triggers these moments. But there's a deeper pattern here. The way these impulses link up over time creates something bigger. That part I'll hold on to until the end. From impulse to habit, how buying momentum builds over time. You just left the section where impulse feels like an unstoppable force. Now, think about this. Impulse buying isn't a one-off spark. It's more like a snowball rolling down a hill, getting bigger with every snack you grab. Each time you pick up that candy bar at the checkout, you're using up your brain's self-control fuel. Imagine your self-control as a tank of gas. Every impulse purchase leaks a bit of that gas. Soon, you're running low. When that tank's almost empty, the next urge to buy hits harder. The impulse grows stronger because your brain has less control left to fight it. It's why grabbing chips every time you pass a convenience store feels automatic. The force behind the buy gets more powerful, and your ability to resist drains away. Here's the thing, you don't have to let your control tank run dry. Try this. Pause for 10 seconds before you reach for that candy bar. Take a breath, count to 5. That small pause refills your control fuel just enough to slow the momentum. Over time, these tiny breaks stack up. You'll notice fewer grabs at the snack aisle and more moments where you call the shots. But how do you keep that tank topped up when you're tired or distracted? That's where the real challenge starts. Turn your checkout lane impulse into control. Before you toss that candy bar into your cart, try something simple. Ask yourself, do I really need this? That quick pause acts like a mental policeman right next to you. It stops your impulse before it takes over. Picture yourself at the checkout. The bright packaging screams for your attention, but your mind hits the brakes just long enough to notice. This split-second habit breaks the usual rush that makes your hand grab without thinking. It's not about saying no all the time. It's about slowing down enough to take control. Start small. Pick one impulse item each trip, like that snack by the register. Practice this pause. Soon, it becomes automatic. Suddenly, you're not just along for the ride in your spending. You're driving. This simple mental check rewires your reaction. It turns a gut reaction into a choice you make. Imagine if this pause could change how you handle bigger impulses too. That question is where real change starts. Ever left the store with stuff you never planned to buy? That's your brain reacting to impulse, not you choosing. Impulse buying happens because quick urges hijack your decision-making, fueled by sudden feelings and tempting signals. It feels unstoppable. But here's the catch. One simple pause rewires the moment. When you catch yourself reaching, stop for just a breath. That pause gives your brain time to shift from reacting to choosing. Imagine saving even $10 a week by skipping one impulse buy. That adds up. So, next time you're about to grab something unplanned, just pause. That pause is your power.